Hello, my name is Eli Morse of the Co-op Food Stores. At the Culinary Learning Center, we offer dynamic participatory cooking classes. We also host local farmers and producers and get to know them on a personal level. Today we host Justin Dain of Pine, who will demonstrate a few of his signature dishes. Welcome, Justin.
Now that the seasons are changing, at Pine Restaurant we're really starting to look at the fall flavors, what we have in New England and what is really some awesome things we can work with on a daily basis. Today we're going to be working with some great jumbo sea scallops, some U10s, working with some great local mushrooms. We got some chanterelles, we got some porcinis, we got some butternut squash puree, which we made with just a little bit of butternut squash that we steamed, and then we folded in some butter in a food processor. Working with some Serrano ham. It's not local, but it is delicious. It's a dry cured ham from Spain. A little bit of apple gastrique, which is just a little bit of apple cider that I reduced with some rice wine vinegar, honey, a little salt. Reduce that down to until it's like a syrup, and then we chill it and reserve it for plating. So the first thing we're gonna do is work with our scallops. We're gonna get our pan nice and warm. Start with a little bit of canola oil to start the scallops. Just a little bit of oil, you don't need very much. We want to make sure the pan's nice and hot. While that's warming up, we're just going to start seasoning the scallops with a little bit of salt on each side, a little bit of kosher salt, and we want to start to see the pan to start to smoke, and it is doing that now. So what we're going to do is take our scallops, place them in the pan, very gently and carefully. A lot of people will start moving their scallops. You don't want to do that right now. What we're actually going to do is turn down the heat a little bit, there for a couple minutes. We're going to bring over our pan right here for our butternut squash puree. Again, this is just some butternut squash that we steamed off, cooled it, and then added some warm butter, pureed it in a food processor, and it becomes nice, velvety and silk. It's delicious. So what we're going to do is we're going to check on our scallops. I just use a spoon to be really gentle with them. I don't want to poke and prod at them. And they're beginning to caramelize. We're going to just move them around a little bit at this point. We wanted to let them really get nice caramelization, so we don't touch them in the beginning. We're just going to let them sit here, start to really caramelize and become beautiful. At this point, I'm going to start flipping them over. We're getting a nice color. Beautiful. At this point, I'm going to turn down the pan again, and I'm going to finish these scallops in the pan. They're going to get fully cooked all on the stovetop. So right from here, I'm going to take my pan off, let it cool down just for a second, pull my scallops down to the bottom, add a little bit of lemon juice. Let that steam, and the lemon juice obviously gives nice acidity, brightens up the scallops. Everything you want in your dish, you need to be balanced. The lemon will play well with butternut squash and the mushroom. So we'll take these, add a little bit of fresh thyme, and a couple tablespoons of butter. From here, we can start to turn up our heat again just slightly. The thyme's starting to pop, and that thyme's really going to infuse in the butter and really give the scallops a nice flavor. Again, thyme's really earthy, great for the fall. So we're going to take our butter and just start to baste the scallops. Really nice here. Going to really give the scallops a nice flavor. The butter's delicious, nice and rich. A lot of fat to go with the lemon, and this is going to fully cook the scallops. You don't want your scallops overcooked. You definitely want them medium rare to medium is how I prefer them. Of course, we'll cook them any way you'd like, but I think medium rare and medium for nice fresh scallops is exactly how you should enjoy them. All right, the scallops, they're almost there. We're going to take these off and just let them rest in the pan, and that'll bring them up to a nice medium rare. So we're going to let these rest, and then we're going to start with our mushrooms. So we're going to take some of these. We got some porcinis, some nice mixed mushrooms in here, chanterelles, black trumpets would be great, nice color, a lot of really earthy flavor that would go well with this dish. Season this with a little salt and pepper. For this, we're just going to take our spoon here and just lightly saute. Mushrooms are great up in New England. I mean, there's so many kinds from spring through fall. Some of my favorite are hen of the woods, which will be coming up soon. Chicken mushrooms, lobster mushrooms, all would be great with this dish. We have such a wide variety in our backwoods that it's so amazing to be able to use them whenever you have the chance. We're sauteing these, so starting to get a little warm. We're going to take a little bit of butter, finish this. All right, these are nice, these are done. We're going to take these off, let them rest. We're going to take our scallops, now and actually let these rest on a towel also, just to let the remaining juices kind of seep in so they don't bleed onto the plate. That's a really big and very essential, especially when you're working with scallops. And we will start plating. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is take our butternut squash puree and we're gonna make a nice, nice spread down at the bottom. This is gonna be the base for our plate. Take some, come down, set this aside, take our scallops, start off one here, one here, one here, take some of our Serrano ham, and just kind of put some nice right in the middle here. Put a little apple gastrique on. Again, gives you that nice sweet and sour flavor. Top with a little bit of our nice mushrooms that we did. Right on top. Again, the Serrano ham is just room temperature. You don't want it to be warm. It's just a nice addition to the plate. Gives it some fat. And then we'll add it with some microgreens, just for some color, nice and green. And this is our scallop de chapine.